been. Lee in New Orleans, Louisiana. Hey, Lee, welcome to the program.
How you doing, Tom? I just want to make a comment about your experience yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
As a black person, which I am, we also experience those same kinds of thoughts. And I think it's the whole issue of internalized racism that blacks as well as whites have internalized, and those are the kind of thoughts that go through, so it's not only you, but even as a black person, when if I would have had that kind of experience, the first thing that probably would have gone through my mind before I started editing it would have been something similar to what you had.
Very interesting. Yeah.
So, it's something that I think it's like a disease. It's rampant in the whole society, and it affects everybody.
Okay.
Which leads me to, I want to just, in a minute, bring up something that I think has been left out of the whole argument about race since 9/11, and that is the whole question of reparation. Because I think that until the whole issue of, our history as black Americans is dealt with, and the whole question of unpaid labor, as well as the 100 years after slavery of being forced out of the economic and political parts of this society, until that is dealt with and struggled against, I don't think, I don't think that we're going to ever deal with the whole undercurrent of racism in this country.
Yeah.
I think, as a person on the left, we talk about, maybe democratic socialism or some other kind of approach. But until that question is dealt with, I don't think the whole issue of racism will be settled. And if you've ever been to Cuba, I think you have some example of what I'm talking about. Even in a socialist society, racism still runs rampant.
Yeah, there are light-skinned Cubans and dark-skinned Cubans, and there's a definite caste system there. I haven't been to Cuba, but I've seen that in other Central and South American countries where you have people of Spanish ancestry and people of indigenous ancestry, or people of African ancestry, or a mix of the two. And there's a pecking order that seems to be racially organized. I've seen that in Colombia. I've seen that in Brazil. I've seen that in Peru. I've seen that in Mexico. I've seen that in Ecuador. And that's where in Ecuador, the president is a native Ecuadorian, South American. And that's kind of a cool thing. It's a step in the right direction. But you're right, and this is where I think that, like the Great Society was a start. Affirmative action was a more important start. Right now, the average net worth of an African-American family in the United States is around $5,000, and the average net worth of a white family in the United States is around $80,000. And until that disparity is done away with, we won't be all starting from the same starting point, no matter how much lip service we give and how many laws we pass. And some variation on reparations, I think, is entirely appropriate. And that's what I think good, effective affirmative action would be. And that's what's being dismantled right now by the Supreme Court, by the way. So
Yeah. But I think also the struggle to bring that about will be important, because a lot of people, like I heard Congressman, the guy from Atlanta, Lewis,
John Lewis,
recently talking about this, and somebody brought up reparations, and he said, well, this is not the climate for it, this is not a good time to talk about this. And I think that's how it's been dealt with at this point, but I think the struggle for it to bring up these arguments will be also just as important as the economic benefits that would possibly come from it.
I agree. And that's part of why I decided to talk about my own experience here on the radio today, is I want to start that conversation. Lee, thank you for the call, and thanks for watching us down there in New Orleans.